Hello. Welcome to our second Mindful Games meditation stream. I am Brandon Jones. I am currently playing Ghost of Tsushima on my PlayStation 5. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So this is the second week of Mindful Games. For those of you just tuning in now, whether you're watching this in archive on Easy Allies Plays or whether you're watching this live on Twitch or as an archive on Twitch, this is a companion piece to a show I'm doing called Mindful Games that premieres every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This week's episode is Ghost of Tsushima. If you like this episode, if you like this meditation we're about to do, then you can go back and watch last week's meditation for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You can watch the first two episodes on Valhalla and on Ghost of Tsushima that are on youtube.com/easyallies. And if you dig those, and you would like to see the third episode in the series, it is on Abzu. It went live this morning as well on Patreon. That is for $5 subs and above on patreon.com/easyallies. Everybody that gets early access can now check out the Abzu episode, which is next week. I am currently wrapping up my gameplay capture of Spiritfarer. I'm going to be producing that episode this week, and that will go up next week. And then I'll do an episode on Life is Strange, and then finally an episode on Animal Crossing. You can also be a part of the final Animal Crossing episode, and I will be posting on Patreon very soon about how you can do that, probably after next week's showcase is done. Focus on the showcase, and then I can focus on getting submissions for our Animal Crossing episode. All you hear is wind in the game. Yeah, it's a little stormy. Let's no. Put the sword away. Not the tool that I wanted to use. Here we go. Ah, there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hopefully you heard that. There we go. Ah. This is Jin Sakai, the protagonist of Ghost of Tsushima. I picked out a nice spot for us to do a meditation today. We're getting my horse to get there, though. Hey there. Nope. That is not... That's the problem with multiple horse controls in games. Sometimes it's triangle. Sometimes in triangle in a game is attack, which is not the thing you want to do when you're trying to get on your horse. Hey, everybody. Volume is low. Volume is low in the game? Okay. Boost the game a little bit. There we go. I am low bit rate and clipped? Oh no. So yeah, we're gonna go do a quick... My voice is low. I can't make my voice louder. Okay. Picked a nice spot for a meditation. Hey, just how good is it to have a time when we meditate, you know? That's the thing about meditation is if you set a specific time to do it, if you remind yourself to do it, then even just the process of knowing you're going to meditate can be calming. Knowing that that kind of stuff is coming up, and you're like, oh, this is the time where I meditate. This is going to be great. I was a little nervous putting together another, the first episode, and then it was a little calmer. Getting ready for this episode. Where are we going? Oh yeah, right over there. There are lots of very specific spots where you can meditate in Ghost of Tsushima. Lots of spots really inviting you to do so. And hello. I'm looking for you. You are on the other side. So we are going to go to a hot spring, which a lot of people don't necessarily have access to hot springs. You can't just go up into a mountain nearby like Jin can and go to a hot spring. You can't just... you can maybe have a bath. Some people don't have a bathtub that are in apartments. You have a shower but not a bathtub. Some people are fortunate enough to have a pool or jacuzzi that maybe you can get into. But every single time Jin finds one of these, he thinks to himself, hey, maybe this is a good opportunity to just calm and meditate on a specific topic. When you get to haiku spots in the game, he'll write a haiku. But when you get to these, he just sits down and maybe says a sentence or two about a particular topic. So we're going to hop in there in just a moment. But we're going to do a 5-minute meditation. There will be a music track accompanying us. I know what you're thinking. Hey, quite the view. But the thing is, in this game, just everything is a good view. This game is the game of good views. This game always wants to point you in the right direction in terms of some place that is pretty, some place that you might enjoy. You are looking into some of the later parts of the game. There are no. I really want to avoid spoilers on Mindful Games, so if you haven't checked out the series, don't worry about that. All of the footage from this episode of Ghost of Tsushima was on the first island, and nothing past that. So there were some good meditative moments in the later sections of the game, but wanted this to be more about a suggestion of the game, possibly something that will invite you to maybe check out the game. So I don't want to show you some of the best moments in Ghost. And certainly for Assassin's Creed Valhalla in Ghost, stayed way far away from any specific story moments. But yeah, so we're going to chill for 5 minutes. You can handle this however you want. You can listen to this meditation. You can watch this meditation. You can breathe in and breathe out. You can try to clear your mind. Some people worry about how to breathe. You can breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. That is a thing that is often said by people who promote meditation. You can breathe just using your nose, just using your mouth, whatever makes you comfortable. Sometimes when I'm meditating, I'll focus too much on the breathing. I'll be like, wow, I'm not breathing correctly. And I forget that all you want to do is just be calm, just be comfortable. Really just mark the occasion. So if you're able to meditate with me, then that is a good thing. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. Just taking the moment, doing the practice of meditation is a first step and a big step. So here we go. We're going to begin the meditation. Again, this is going to be a very short stream. We're just going to do a 5-minute meditation, and then I will say goodbye. And I hope it's fun to do this in the middle of the week. There's a beautiful butterfly going by. So hopefully this will help you continue a relaxing week if you have been able to do so this week. If you have any issues, any things that you're trying to get over, hopefully this is a nice pause. For some of us, days have no meaning anymore. It's Wednesday, could be Saturday, depending on if we are at home or working from home. Or being forced to be home. These can be difficult times. Much like Jin is facing. Jin has had a rough time. Where we find Jin now, he is dealing with a lot of things, and that is going to be the subject of our meditation. So I'm going to go full screen. I'm going to say goodbye and go away from cam, and then we are going to have a meditation. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And a gentle rain comes in right as we are beginning our meditation. How wonderful is that? It actually rained on me when I was doing my practice of Assassin's Creed Valhalla last week. And it ended up not raining, actually, when I streamed. But even when the clouds rolling in, even with the rain, if you look out, you can see all these ships. This is an extremely meditative game, probably the most so of all of the episodes that I'm doing for this season. But as calming as this game can be, this game is ultimately about loss. In the beginning of this game and throughout, Jin is forced to let go of so many things in his life. Many people that he cares about, the island that he calls home. And I think we've all experienced loss. We've all held back rage against those that have hurt us. And people can tell you you should let go of pain, that it's a good thing to not hold on to that. And maybe you can do that, maybe you can't. That's a very difficult prospect. That can be a very tricky thing to do. So I'm not here to tell you not to be angry at people. I'm not here to tell you to not internalize that stuff. But what you can learn from Ghost of Tsushima is not to let that anger, that frustration, to not let that make decisions for you, to not let it control you. And that's what Jin tries to do, and that's a lesson that Jin tries to teach other people. You know, we look out here in the ocean, and what do we see? We see, you know, other islands. We see this castle. There's boats. There's boats everywhere on this island. And these are the Mongols that invaded everywhere that Jin looks, even in this very beautiful, peaceful setting. He's reminded of his enemy. He's reminded of this gargantuan task ahead of him. He's reminded of the things that bring him anger, make him want revenge. That can be like us sometimes. We can look around and the things that frustrate us are right in front of us. And it's difficult, but we can try to make room for them, to allow them to be. They don't have to guide your decisions. They don't have to tell you what emotions that you should have. You can see those things. You can make room for them. They can be there. You can be there. Together, but separate. All right. Let's get cozy. So yeah, Jim bathes in these hot springs, which are of course naturally meditative. They give you a little bit of health, a very game mechanic thing to do in an open world game. One of the important things though is not obviously about the hot springs. You don't need hot water. You don't need smooth rocks. You don't need candles to necessarily achieve mindfulness, to meditate. And certainly, as I said before, a lot of us don't necessarily have hot springs available to us. But one of the important things here is that there is a place that Jin does this. He has a place that he designates for these moments of mindfulness. And you can have a place too. It might not be as wonderful as a cliff edge where you can look out at the ocean and get into a hot spring. But maybe there's some place where you live, maybe away from where you live, some place where you can calm your mind, and some place you can return to. You don't maybe have to be there physically. You can maybe just go there in your mind. Some place that not only brings you calmness, but reminds you that you can be calm, that even just the attempt at being calm is enough. Somewhere that reminds you to just be in the moment, to listen to the sounds around you, and to have your brain follow those instead of things that are frustrating you, things that are worrying you, things that make you angry, things that you wish weren't there. So think about that. Now and this week. Think about a gift you can give yourself, a place that exists in real life or just in your mind. You can go to for a bit of relaxation. Could be a video game. Could be a game that you play specifically just to calm yourself. I find the rain very calming, so I'm very much enjoying this. And that's 5 minutes. A little over 5 minutes, actually. It doesn't take long. You could do it every day, even just once a week. Even just thinking about how you haven't done it and need to do it. All of that is mindfulness. All of that is being aware of what your brain is doing, what it wants to do, maybe what you want it to do. As long as you're conscious of those things, all of that stuff can help you mentally. Hopefully this helped you a little bit. I'm very much enjoying the reception for Mindful Games so far. Very honored to be here and talking to you about this very calm game, which of course has a lot of samurai slaughter in it as well. But this is a game where hopefully you can find a little bit of peace and reminders of being calm and mindful. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you next week.